What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. It's been about almost a week since last uploaded a video. Unfortunately, at the beginning of the week, Cheyenne got the flu. She brought that home from work and was kind of down and out. And luckily, it was a quick flu. She was only like really sick for about a day and a half, and then it took another day or two to kind of recover. But my brother and Matt came up from Ontario. He was up here for work, and this is the first time I've seen him in over 10 years. We obviously keep in contact through text and phone calls and Instagram, but haven't seen him. It's a lot of money to travel to Ontario, and it never worked out. But it was really great to see him, even though it was just for a day. We got to do a lot, and that was kind of our main goal, is to try to show him as much as we possibly could to make it worth it for him, and just kind of show him what BC is all about. So it was really great to see him, and I would have loved to film a video and with him, just to kind of capture that moment and be able to look back and watch a video of me and my brother. I just didn't want to waste our day setting up the camera and getting those driving shots and whatnot. If he was up here for a week, absolutely I would have, but hopefully next time. So it was a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys can hear that when I'm pushing on the brakes, but I definitely have brake issue right now. It sounds like it's coming from the rear, and I'm pretty sure it's the driver's rear. So we're going to take a look at that. So it's going to be kind of just possibly an installation video. So this is the passenger side. You can't really see in here. That pad's still good on this side. And then over here, yeah, that pad's looking good too. It's not, that's probably hot, so I don't want to touch that, but it's looking a little bit getting rough there, but not horrible. So we'll get this tire off and take a look. Alright, got the tire off here, and it is my back pad. Definitely, that's the metal. So that's metal on metal, and unfortunately it happened so quick. I thought I was going to be okay, but so I'm assuming that either these pins here are just kind of clogged up with dirt, and that's not allowing the caliper to slide very well, or it's again seized. But this thing isn't even a few years old, so this is just unfortunate. But I'll get this caliper off here, and then we'll take a closer look. So I don't have much for tools. When we moved here from Ontario, we sold everything that was basically heavy, which meant a lot of my tools. I did go to school to be a small engine mechanic, but just after completing school at that time, and going then to do it just wasn't financially at that time going to work for me. So that dream kind of ended. But I did have a decent amount of tools, just didn't need them anymore. So I got rid of them all and been slowly getting back to what we had, but nowhere near. You know, I just got the basic hand tools so I can do stuff like this. So got the pads off. That's the outside pad, as you can see, basically brand new. That's the back side. There's still a little bit of pad there, but that's the metal. So calipers definitely pushed out. I'm gonna go get my clamp here and push those in, see if they go in. But I'm assuming that this is kaput. All right, so this is what I use just to clamp down. You guys can see that. So that one's going in pretty easily. Usually if they're seized, they won't even go in. Now a lot of guys would just use a piece of wood to go across to squeeze them both in together, but that's more than... The boot's not ripped or nothing. I might just be able to get out of, you know, just have to do pads, because to me I think that's good, which would be great. Yeah. Again, I'm no mechanic, so if you're watching this to be, you know, looking for that step-by-step, change the video. But I'm pretty sure that, you know, these just usually will seize and they won't go in. And even if they do go in, it's super difficult. So that was pretty easy. These could be greased up a little bit, but that wasn't the issue. Well, they rode up the same. It's not like one went up higher than the other. So I'm guessing that the caliper is fine. So I'm not so sure, you know, maybe these pins were just a little sticky or something jammed in there enough to, you know, cause that brake pad to stick. So I will definitely grease these. And that is obviously a little bit rough. But these are, like, you can still see, like, that's, you know, that's the color they're supposed to be. And, you know, from just being weathered and stuff, that's, you can tell it's not old. So I really don't want to replace that, because this could go from a $50 job to $150. And I got enough stuff that I got to do on this thing if I can save some money. So I'm willing to try it. So I'm going to get some new pads. And hopefully, you know, that's, you know, going to be good enough, and I won't need to switch out this end rotor here. When Tynan gets back, I'll maybe go get some pads for the truck. It's really nice when your son's got a vehicle. His girlfriend Jada. She comes up usually every weekend. So I usually buy my brakes at Napa because they are cheaper. I'm going to go to Lordco, and hopefully with the discount it'll be somewhat comparable. Looks busy in here today. So got the pads. They were a little bit more than I would have liked to pay, because usually, again, I only have to pay about 50 bucks. These were 80 with the discount, but hopefully, you know, that's the problem. I talked to him a little bit about, you know, what could have caused that, and you know, he kind of mentioned everything that I kind of thought. Pins could be grabbing, maybe even the slides, you know, because they were a cheaper pad originally, maybe they were just getting caught up on the slides there, just not fitting well. So we're gonna throw these in and clean it all up, get the tire back on, we'll go for a test drive. I know it's gonna sound okay once I get that done. And yeah, but if you did see anything about that caliper where you're like, that's not good, then please let me know. I'm gonna upload this video probably after I'm done to get it out right away. So hopefully one of you catch something that maybe I missed. Right, back at the house here. I'm just gonna grease these first. That's Tiny making all that racket over there. And they're really not bad. You guys can see that, sorry. There you go. But I'll clean it up a little bit, add some new grease, get those back in, and then get her back put together. Oh, this pin is definitely not as... So this pin's definitely a lot rustier. I'm gonna have to clean this one up a little bit better here. Okay, pin's greased, which is good. Pull the pads out here. These are definitely way better clip. Not work though? That's not gonna work. It's the wrong fucking ones. You've gotta be kidding me. Well, I think these are the wrong pads, which wouldn't freaking surprise me. These are the clips. So, totally freaking different. I should have noticed that, but I didn't really look. Yeah, this is totally different. Totally different. See there, that style. And then these. That's not the right ones. Oh. Pardon my language. Alright, this is one thing that you freaking gotta love about freaking going to these places, is that they're wrong 90% of the time. So, back to the store. So, they don't have the pad that I need. So, I'm gonna go to the other guys over here. This is where I usually buy them from, and they're cheaper. So hopefully they'll have them. Lorco could get them in tomorrow, but it'd be about 1:30, and I don't want the truck sitting there on the jack stand for that long. So fingers crossed these guys got them. Well, Napa didn't have anything, and they couldn't get the parts in till Monday. Lorco, when they gave up the price, the pads were over $100, and I know I can get, you know, for, yeah, you got the money, $100 ain't a lot, but for me, that's a lot of money, because I know I could get them for probably about $55, $60. So I'm gonna throw it all back together, unfortunately, and I guess just try calling around, see if I can find something else. All right, I called around, and Canadian Tire has a set for $65, but that is it. And I was just gonna go get those. I'm back in our truck now. I put everything back on. I was going to just go get those, but you know, if I gotta play it smart. If I think about how much I'm gonna spend on fuel to drive the 45 minutes one way, that's gonna be the $90 after our 4-wheel drive discount that I'll get here in town. So I'm one of those people that just like to do it and get it done. I don't like to wait. It drives me nuts. But if I'm only waiting half the day, that's not too bad. So go back to Lordco, order the parts, and then unfortunately we'll have to pick up on this tomorrow. So see you guys in the afternoon. Well, good afternoon everybody. It's the following day. The parts came in. They are the correct ones. And of course, Mother Nature was just like, you know what, let's throw some rain in there too. So it's definitely wet. I was going to go to the Adventure Overland covered shop, but it just, if I needed something, I didn't want to have to walk back. So just going to deal with the rain. It's not my first time. That's the joys of not having a garage, but I'm not so sure how much I'm going to film, just because it is really rainy and I don't want my camera getting wet. So I'll show you guys the parts and then we'll get going. So these are the brake pads, Wagner. They're definitely a better brand than what I usually run, but this is what they could get. So they are the correct ones, the right clips, and the pads. So I'm only going to be using one side because the other side should be basically brand new. But let's get these installed. One thing I just noticed, and this would have been the shop's fault, they didn't put this top clip in. Now this goes inside where the caliper is, up top. We got the bottom clips and the top clips. This is not there, so I don't know if that would have anything to do with why my brakes wore quicker than they should have, but just kind of interesting. Okay, clip in, new clips top and bottom, and the pad. Okay, got it all done. It really doesn't take long, and that's just with basic hand tools. I'm using, you know, the socket that comes with the tire, the spare tire kit, and a 12mm wrench, and that's basically it. I use the pry bar to take off the caliper just to make it a little easier, because those will sometimes get stuck. But that's it to do the brakes basically. So we're gonna go for a quick test drive. I gotta check the oil, and then I know it's gonna sound good right now because it's got a brand new pad on it, but I will check it in a few days, and I'll just maybe give you guys an update in a future video. But hopefully, fingers crossed, it is ready to go. So let's go for a drive. Well guys, like I thought, everything sounds fine. Of course it's going to when you're not rubbing metal on metal. I'm not getting any movement really in the pedal when I push on the brakes, like not a pulsating or anything. So I'm assuming the rotor is going to be just fine. And yeah, and maybe in the next couple videos I'll kind of give you guys an update, because I'll take the tire off and look again. But hopefully she'll be good to go, and that would just be a cheap and easy fix. So I know this is a nothing video. I'm sure a lot of you won't watch it, but and to those of you who are watching, I appreciate you guys a lot. And YouTube likes content, and the more you put out, the algorithm likes content. And I know you guys have heard that probably a million times, but it is 100% true. We've been doing YouTube now, you know, for over almost 5 years over on our main channel, and we see a difference when we are constantly uploading compared to when we're not. So not every video is going to be that epic explore or whatever. You know, you just got to do what you got to do just to keep the content rolling. And even when you think you got a super an epic, you know, tons of action type video, those are the ones that never do good. It's always the ones that are super simple and, you know, and don't have much. But I'm here at Lordco again. I'm probably going to give that guy a heart attack when I go inside, but I just got to pick up oil. So that's our video, guys, and thank you so much for watching, and thank you for subscribing. If you are new, and consider subscribing. We don't just do car repairs, even though that's what it kind of seems like the past few videos. But yeah, we appreciate everybody. Have a great week, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.